My name is Andrew McGee. I'm a class of 2015, so I'm a senior now, and I'm an animator.
My name is Brooke Wimberly, and I'm an animation major here at Philadelphia University.
My name is David Joseph, and my major is Interactive Design and Media.
My name is Michael Hudson. I'm an animation major, and I'm a fourth year student, so a senior.
As a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch TV, so I read a lot, but more importantly, I drew a lot. I used to draw all the time, and I loved it. You know, as soon as it dawned on me that cartoons, you know, the ones I saw from, you know, like Disney, like Peter Pan, which I watched 100 times. The minute I figured out that they were just drawings, that's what I knew I wanted to do. I wanted to do something with my drawings.
I chose my major because, well, I wanted to do film since I was like 13, ever since my dad said to me, you know, people do that for a living. And in high school I took some computer video classes, and then I actually went to community college for film, and then I transferred here. And animation is like sort of a branch of film that I was interested in learning more about, and I've done a little animation stuff as a kid too, and some things that were always big for me growing up was like Nicktoons and the Muppets. Those are like my inspirations.
Most memorable moment I've had, there was one project we worked on in our 3D animation class with a professor who's no longer at the university, and we had a final crit for a project we had done. I myself wasn't super confident in the project just because I did not have a lot of time to put into it, so the animation was a little bit lacking. But during the critique, the one thing the professor had said about the film, to give you a brief synopsis, it was a character talking to his reflection, which is kind of talking about your self-esteem and someone trying to get over that. And during the critique, the professor had specifically said that I had a lot of beautiful moments, and for me that was kind of a milestone to show that I was improving, because before that I felt like my work suffered, and when I hit that point I could see that I was improving a lot. So that kind of gave me a ton of motivation to keep moving forward and making my stories better and better and better.
Just any time I've been in the labs late at night with the other animators, you know, everybody knows it's crunch time, so you're there till 2 a.m. Later, if the security guards will let you, you know, you order takeout, and you're just there with a lot of people who are, you know, in the same mindset. They have the same likes. You put a movie on the projector to keep everybody awake. You know, leave early the next morning smelling like sweat and takeout, and you know, it's just those are the moments I remember, I guess. No one moment. That's our substitute for parties. We don't get out much, so we have our little cult meetings, I guess.
My IDM classes pretty much did just like, you know, collaborative projects and like doing exercises and learning how websites are more interactive. So like learning the concepts that go into that.
Traditional animation, which is, you know, 2D, hand-drawn, scanning things in, like that. We've also taken courses in storyboarding, which is basically comic book layouts for a movie, to put it simply. 3D animation, 3D modeling, and a handful of other fundamental design courses that I wouldn't say aren't exactly animating, but they teach you some really strong design fundamentals. And along with that, we have I have my senior film class, which is our year-long project just before we graduate.
One of my favorite projects is one that we did this year, actually, was the first project for Motion Graphics 2, which was to do like a 15-second logo bump for a product that we made up, and to incorporate not only the motion graphics but also a 3D element. And that was a lot of fun. Motion graphics is like my favorite thing in animation, pretty much.
Well, for IDM, the favorite one was my restaurant project, which I did last semester, and pretty much from that I had to like go to an actual place and like explore why that place was so important. The place was called Franklin Fountain, an ice cream store, so it was really fun because who doesn't love ice cream and going out to Philly and like just exploring the whole place, so it was a fun experience.
Yeah, I've enjoyed my time here. We're in a great place. We're close enough to the city that we can get in whenever we want, but we're not in an unpleasant area. This is a pretty nice suburb in East Falls. Never felt unsafe walking around. Plenty of interesting places like Fishtown and Manayunk right nearby. Classes have been good. Like I said, we're a smaller class of animators, so we all know each other. We're all pretty close. We've had some good times.
Yeah, I enjoy my time here. Like, my friends are really cool, and like the people here are great. Like, just the whole environment of the campus is really interesting.
As soon as you know what you want to do, just do it, you know? Don't put it off. Because it's always a dangerous thing, convincing yourself you have more time. You might, but tomorrow you won't. Just, if you have a passion, just do it. And when you get to school, education it's less than 50% about what the teacher has to say to you. Maybe as much as like 80% of what you put into it. So if you expect to learn something, if you expect to come out with a degree that means more than a piece of paper, really go out, seek out new challenges, you know, not just what you're assigned to do, but what you think you can do, what you want to do in a project. Be ambitious, and fail a little bit. Failure is more instructive. Set yourself a task and fail, and then your teacher helps you dig yourself out of that hole, and you learn more.